Hello and a warm welcome to the Tamil Nadu Brief. I'm Sam Daniel. The headlines first. The Tamil Nadu Assembly adopts a resolution urging the centre to withdraw the UGC draft guidelines on appointment of Vice Chancellors to universities. Says it's an attack on federalism. 6, including a woman from Tamil Nadu, killed in a stampede in Tirupati. Heartbreaking stories. Chandra Babu Naidu suspends a DSP and transfers the Tirupati SP. The Tamil Nadu Assembly today adopted a resolution urging the centre to withdraw the UGC draft guidelines on appointment of Vice Chancellors to universities. The resolution says it's against the spirit of federalism and could impact negatively the quality of higher education in Tamil Nadu. If the centre has its way, governors as chancellors could become all-powerful in universities, and the state governments will have no say at all in the appointment of vice chancellors. Tamil Nadu has been having a tug-of-war between the governor Arun Ravi and the ruling DMK. The state assembly had passed a bill to clip the powers of the governor as chancellor and to make the chief minister the chancellor. But Arun Ravi has not given his assent yet to these bills.
ஆளுநரை தீர்மானிப்பார் என்று UGC எனப்படும் பல்கலைக்கழக மானியக்குழு விதிமுறை வகுத்துள்ளது. துணைவேந்தர்களை நியமிக்கும் அதிகாரத்தை ஆளுநர் கையில் கொடுப்பது பல்கலைக்கழகங்களை சிதைக்கும் காரியமாகத்தான் முடியும். அதற்காகத்தான் இப்படி செய்ய போகிறார்கள். இந்த விவகாரத்தில் ஏற்கனவே தமிழ்நாடு அரசுக்கும் ஆளுநருக்கும் கருத்து மோதல் தொடர்ந்து நடந்து வருகிறது. துணைவேந்தரை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கும் தேர்வுக்குழுவில் UGC பரிந்துரை செய்யும் உறுப்பினர்களை ஆளுநர் நியமித்தார்.
A woman devotee from Salem district of Tamil Nadu was killed along with 5 others in a stampede in Tirupati as they were all waiting to receive tokens to make it to the Vaikunta Ekadasi darshan at the Tirumala temple in Tirupati. This happened last night. There was uncontrollable crowds and Mallika from Salem had developed a health complication. In the chaos that followed, people literally ran over her. I spoke to Mallika's sister-in-law. Heart-rending stories of loss of lives and injuries from Tirupati, where at least 6 people died after a stampede at a counter where they were waiting to collect tokens for the darshan as part of the Vaikunta Ekadasi from tomorrow. Authorities say the crowds were uncontrollable. At least 90 counters were put in place to distribute these tokens, but trouble was at one particular counter where a woman suffered some health issue and she just sat down. Suddenly everybody stood and that had led to a stampede. And with me, Chinnamma, who has lost her sister-in-law Mallika from Salem district. In fact, the family had come to collect the tokens and would be able to do the darshan. ரொம்ப சாரிம்மா, மன்னிக்கணும் உங்களுடைய இழப்புக்கு. என்ன நடந்துச்சு நேற்று நைட்? What happened last night?
அதாங்க போட்டு டோக்கன் வாங்க போய் இடிச்சு தள்ளி கீழே விழுந்து தான் போட்டு மிதிச்சுட்டு போயிட்டாங்க.
எப்படி அந்த ஸ்டாம்பீட் நடந்துச்சு? அந்த நெரிசல்
நெருக்கி இடிச்சு தள்ளி விட்டாங்க.
முதல்ல எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க? அப்போ
உட்காந்துக்கிட்டு இருந்து எல்லாம் எந்திரிச்சு போனாங்க. இடிச்சு தள்ளி மல்லிகையில கீழே சிக்கிக்கிச்சு போட்டு மிதிச்சுட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. அவ்வளோதான்.
Okay, she says initially all were seated, including Mallika, and then people were getting up and going. When the stampede happened, Mallika suffered injuries, and just people walked over her. That's what she says. அந்த சமயத்தில் அந்த கூட்டத்தை கட்டுப்படுத்துறதுக்கு whether enough number of police, போதுமான அளவு போலீஸ் இருந்தாங்களா?
போலீஸ் இருந்தாங்க, ஒரு பக்கமாக நின்றுக்கிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. எதுவுமே பண்ணலை, சொல்லலை, விளக்கலை, மிரட்டலை. போலீஸுங்க எல்லாம் நின்றுக்கிட்டு தான் இருந்தாங்க.
She says they were police but they didn't do anything. They were just standing like spectators. என்ன இதில் தப்பு நடந்திருக்கு? இந்த விபத்து நடக்கிறதுக்கு காரணம் என்ன? What went wrong?
தெரியலம்மா, அதே தான் சொன்ன பாரு மேய்ச்சிக்கிட்டு போனாங்க, இடிச்சு தள்ளி அதே தான்.
எவ்வளோ கும்பல் இருந்திருப்பாங்க, கூட்டம்?
கும்பலும் கூட்டம்லாம் நிறையா இருந்துச்சு.
எவ்வளோ பேர்
இருக்கும், அது எவ்வளோன்னு சொல்ல தெரியல, நிறையா இருந்தாங்க.
And was there a delay in terms of ambulance? Ambulance கிடைச்சிச்சா? என்ன நடந்துச்சு உங்களை மல்லிகா கூட்டு போகிறதுக்கு? மல்லிகாவை கூட்டு போகிறதுக்கு
மல்லிகாட்டுக்கார கேட்டுக்காங்க.
இல்லை, ஆம்புலன்ஸ் கிடைச்சா? எப்படி கூட்டு போனாங்க?
ஆம்புலன்ஸ் அப்புறம் வந்துச்சு, அது அவருனா பதில் சொல்லு, அப்படி எனக்கு தெரியல. வருத்தம் இருங்க அவங்க.
ஓகே ஓகே.
அவங்க வருத்தம். நானே எனக்கு முடியல, உடம்புக்கே நல்லா நேர்த்தியிலேருந்து.
நீங்கள் எல்லாருமே குடும்பமாக எத்தனை பேர் வந்தீங்க பார்க்குறதுக்கு?
அவங்களாம் அது குடும்பம். நாங்கள் 3 வீட்டார் தான், இந்த 4 பேர் தான் வந்தோம் குடும்பமே, மீதியெல்லாம் வேறேங்க.
ஓகே ஓகே. ரொம்ப சாரிம்மா, மறந்துக்கணும். And Malika has, Chinnamma has lost her sister-in-law Malika. Earlier, I also spoke to Malika's husband, who said the ambulance was not available initially. The family engaged in auto rickshaw and took her to a hospital. From there, they were advised to take her to a hospital where they could treat her for the bone injury, and it was then they were able to get an ambulance to move. And here is a family from Visakhapatnam, Venkatesh and his son. He has lost his wife and the young man, his mother. And they again say the crowd was too heavy. There was no police control at all. Certainly, several questions being raised in terms of the arrangements being made, in terms of crowd control, in terms of first aid, including ambulance services. Chief Minister Chandra Babu Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, all have condoled the loss of lives, and the Chief Minister is expected to visit the hospital. He has also directed authorities to learn lessons and to put in a mechanism that's safe. Heads have started rolling after the terrible stampede in Tirupati that killed 6 people and injured more than 40 people. Chief Minister Chandra Babu Naidu has transferred the SP and suspended the DSP. He has also suspended the Goshala director from the Tirupati Devasthanam and transferred the Chief Vigilance Officer of the TTD. Here is my ground report from Tirupati. Heads have started rolling following the stampede in Tirupati that killed 6 devotees who were waiting to collect the tokens to make it for the darshan as part of the Vaikunda Ekadasi festival. The Chief Minister Chandra Babu Naidu has announced suspension of a DSP and the TTD Goshala Director Harinath Reddy, besides the SP of Tirupati and the Chief Vigilance Officer of the Tirupati Devasthanam have also been transferred. Trouble started here, a public park owned by the TTD, where more than 3,000 people had gathered to collect the tokens to make it for the Vaikunda Ekadasi Darshan that begins from Friday. At one point, an elderly person, a woman actually, had developed a health condition and she collapsed here. When police tried to open the gate to help her leave the place for medical help, hundreds of people who were gathered here, they took advantage of the situation and they rushed outside to be able to join the other long queue waiting outside to collect the queue. The police had used this campus as a holding point to hold a few thousand people, and they let them outside in batches so that they can seamlessly go and collect the tokens from there. In fact, this is a barricaded area where there was a long queue. Now, many tough questions are being raised, particularly by family members of those who were killed. They say at that time the crowd was overwhelming, very heavy, but the police deployment was very, very less. And even those present among the police were not effectively regulating the crowd. Secondly, they say the ambulance came quite late. It took 20 minutes and they raised several questions, including crowd management, providing emergency route for ambulances in situations like this. And the big question, of course, would lessons be learned and situations like this be averted? While many cannot help comparing this to the recent stampede involving Allu Arjun, the big question, of course, is would there be political accountability as well? Well, that's a wrap on this edition of the Tamil Nadu Brief with stories from Andhra as well. See you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.